手にやらかそうぜ。派手に行くぜ。受けてみろ。これが修行の成果だ。
Oh man, who expected it? I didn't. Sabin Saga number 40, voiceover, Sherlotta's Last Chapter Chaos. It absorbs wind and holy. Never locked out. This run was not as hard as Prompto Chaos. It was not as hard as Alexander Chaos, but it was tricky. Hardest thing was finding a good team comp for it. This is why I said that Arciela is probably the least skippable character in the game. She just covers so many damn roles. I would have loved to do this with Kefka, but I really didn't feel like dealing with the debuff management. So Kefka would utterly destroy this chaos. But Arciela does her job, and oh man, she complements Rydia perfectly. So I am going to rant about Rydia for a while, deal with it. Sabin is spamming skills here because his skills outside of Razor Gale Plus are useless in the next wave. Aura Plus lets him hold on to his Brave to avoid a break, but I mean, outside of that, it's pretty useless. So he can spam pretty aggressively here. His job in the second wave, it was really important first, I should say, really important for me for this run, for him to not be dead weight. It's not fun if he's dead weight. It frankly sucks. Also, the camera angle on this is so good for his Razor Gales and his Aura Cannons. So good. Anyway, so this first wave, his job is damage. Arciela's support, Rydia's damage. In the second wave, Sabin's only role is delay. And he can do this because they absorb his element. Shout out to Black Cloud. Who was like, hey, are you going to try this? And yeah, I leaned into it. So yeah, Sabin can use his HP plus to battery the second wave and unbreak them, and then let Rydia or Arciela re-break them, which is freaking awesome. So he can do more delay than expected. And his Brave Plus can shave, so he's not totally useless because yeah, his Brave Plus shaves, his HP Plus can help delay, and his Razor Plus delays all the enemies, which is great. But to the team comp, so Arciela provides healing, she provides the HP damage blocking, which is notably great against these bosses in the second wave. Otherwise, she's providing battery here in this wave, basically just staying in Ascension stance. And that complements Rydia perfectly. Rydia doesn't need the battery. She's sort of awesome in her own right, needing very little from the party to do her job. But since she starts with her EX up, it's pretty great. She can deal a lot of damage right up front and immediately go into her 1 skill, 1 HP plus recharge. Shout out to the 1 Phantom Rush that deals damage this wave, this match. But I mean, sure, the animation update is awesome. I love it. But the fact that that thing is up every 3 turns, because it's 1 skill, 1 HP plus to recharge. Note that the reason that it took me a while to get this run to work is simply because I was trying to do Sherlotta instead of Arciela, and it would not work. And it's because Sherlotta has a freaking 20% speed up aura. And I know there's people that are like, why do people hate speed all of a sudden? Why does GL have this bias against speed? Great, go run Sherlotta and Rydia together and tell me it's not annoying that Rydia's EX needs 2 HP pluses to charge instead of 1. It's super annoying. It works, like they work together in a team comp just because they're both really strong units, so they can power through. But I think it's unlikely you would see like a Sherlotta, I don't know. Rydia can just spam skills also, but I prefer to do the skill HP plus route. It's great. So yeah, using Rydia with hybrid supports is really nice. Don't listen to anyone that calls her a worse version of Garnet. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. All of the enchanters, first off, I have all 5 of them. I have Lulu, I have Garnet, I have Fujin, I have Raijin, I have Rydia. I have all of them. And what Rydia provides is Brave damage and shaving. So whereas Lulu provides nothing else except enchant. I mean, I think she has some Brave Regen, but it's so minor, it's basically not relevant, unfortunately. I use Lulu in Entropy 8, so don't tell me I don't know how to play Lulu. But I do like her, and that's why I pulled for her, but regardless. Garnet provides battery and healing. Fujin provides battery. Fujin provides a lot, but battery and launch. Raijin provides paralysis, and Rydia provides damage. I have ran all these damn enchanters in chaoses where they're not synergy. Rydia is the only one that I can sit back and rely on to friggin' shave Brave. Her EX ignores defense, so I know that'll always do it. But the fact that she has a lot of hits on her skills, I know for sure that I don't have to worry about Rydia doing her job and shaving. I had to reset Entropy 13 multiple times because Garnet couldn't freaking shave. So the fact that, yes, Garnet does provide more roll coverage. She's an absolutely great support, especially for that. You can see here I'm gonna go ahead and unbreak this guy, dealing my splash damage, and then letting Rydia and Arciela delay them again, which is cool. Just sort of unbreaking is fun. And Dissension will totally keep them here. But yeah, so yes, Rydia's notable addition is damage, and yes, damage is the thing that sort of goes out of date first. So you have to be a little bit mindful of that, but her auras totally stack up, especially like 95% max brave to the party is amazing. That's so good. And her HP plus is great as well. So she just has really good longevity in battle. I love it. And I can lean on her to deal damage and shave. I cannot do the same thing with Garnet or Fujin. Oh my god, Fujin, and I mean even Arciela, right? Like at the end of this, she's not going to be dealing much damage and she can't shave. Sure, Rydia is synergy, but I tested Rydia outside of synergy and she was doing perfectly well. Anyone that tells you that Rydia and Garnet deal the same amount of damage, please ask them for their spreadsheet that lay out the turns for each character and how much damage they dealt over every single turn. And they probably won't do it, but Safina did it, and Rydia deals basically the same amount of damage as Alphino, who deals a lot of damage, but she doesn't have his free turns. Obviously, his free turns help stack that damage a lot, but her damage in general rivals his, so when you consider that, you've got to give her some credit there, because, I mean, it's mostly on this EX, right? That EX is awesome, but Summon Leviathan being her sort of, that is her go button, which enchants the party, it imperils, it deals damage, it shaves AoE. I mean, it's basically like a fun, nice panic button of sorts, just to make sure. But yeah, it took me a while to sort of leave Sherlotta. I'll use Sherlotta in Entropy 13, I think, with Sabin, but to swap out Sherlotta for Arciela, and also find a Sherlotta friend. Shout out to Fathal Arani. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your friend name, but they were the one Sherlotta in a sea of Leos. So I appreciate that. But yeah, Sherlotta helps. I think I could have done it with Kais or Aranea as well. But Sherlotta for sure was the most fun to use. I love Sherlotta. She's my early Chaos hero. She saved me so many ingots. I didn't ingot anybody until Squall. And even then, even after that, I still used Sherlotta. I think I stopped using Sherlotta as much when I pulled Y'shtola. Because, yeah, I leaned on Y'shtola and Sherlotta really hard. And then Sarah. So those were my big three supports that... Oh, and Selfie. Those are my big four supports that I used quite a lot. But I did pull Rydia even though I had Sherlotta, and I'm damn happy I did. So, this, by the way, got to make sure that Arciela can use her Dissension on both enemies at once so that you don't have to waste uses, which is why I didn't break A there, and I just Brave Plussed basically to make sure that she didn't get broken. Arciela dealing no damage here against these buffs and everything. Whereas even Sabin is dealing more damage with his Brave Plus than her skill, at least from a Brave damage perspective. Yeah, so you can see like her EX dealt a little less damage there, and it's because I didn't have my Summon Leviathan up. So I'll be getting that buff back up here in a jiffy. But anyway, may as well just talk about some other random stuff. I do like Rydia. I will try her in Trey Chaos. I will run Sabin. I will try him in Trey Chaos. If I tried him here, I'll try him anywhere. 40 Chaoses in a row. And I also enjoyed it too. So it doesn't feel like an obligation to me. It feels just a ton of fun to use these characters. But anyway, I'll just say, don't expect me to start pulling all the FF4 characters. I am loyal to FF6 and possibly FF10. Rydia, Kain, both Cecils, and are my favorites. Rosa is fine. The rest of them I do not like. Porum, I don't like her, but I respect the power of her kit. I don't like Young. I don't like Edge. I never liked in the game. He was annoying. And oh man, Edward. Edward is the most hated character I have in all of Final Fantasy. I swear, even if Squex gave us a free pull on his banner, I would not go to the draw screen. I dislike him that much. He will never show up in my party. I will use wild points to get his treasures, and that is it. He will never ever run in any of my parties. That's how much I dislike him. I can't stand Edward. So yeah, don't think that. But yeah, Rydia is super fun. I'm gonna try a Scarves run with Kefka and Rydia. I need to find another character that has a good scarf, because they're both scarves and capes. They're both very set in the scarf and cape department. But anyway, we're going to be releasing Trey and Quistis infographics in a little bit. It's going to be pretty nice for me. If you've been following the subreddit for, I don't know, 14 months, you will know that the very first infographic that I ever did was Quistis. It was for her Lost Chapter, and it's because content creators and people were calling her garbage and just a friend unit, and pull her if you just want to give your friends a good support. And honestly, I love FF8. You can add that to the list also. And I did my own research, and I did the first, at least as far as I know, the first DFFOO infographic, and the rest is history. So coming full circle and getting her EX Plus is going to be awesome. I'm very, very excited for it. Definitely can't wait. I will be purpling Quistis. I don't know if I'm going to pull Trey yet. Trey is hella powerful and hella boring. He just spams skills, skill 1, skill 2, EX, repeat. He has 20 skill uses, and he deals so much damage that he basically never runs out of skills. Shout out to Caius, who is helping me with Trey research as well as Infighter, and literally took a picture of a Lufenia run with Trey, the latest one in Kais. I think that was a Kais Lost Chapter. And Trey still had 14 abilities left. Like, okay, that is with synergy and with really strong characters, but still, the fact that he can deal that much damage and his instant break is cool. But yeah, I am using Phantom Rush here just to refresh buffs really. That's all it's there for. And yeah, Arciela is locking them down so that even if you get broken here, by the way, Arciela's fast cast totally boosts your breaks taken, because she'll keep battering your party to iBrave, which isn't high enough to avoid the break. So yeah, they end up getting broken again. So I just took 4 breaks there. But yeah, Arciela is awesome. I do think she's the least skippable of all characters, but everyone is skippable. Someone posted and was like, I have Garnet so I can skip Rydia, right? And I'm like, oh my god, everyone is skippable. Just pull them if you want. If you have the resources, I think Rydia is super fun, and she'll definitely get good use for me. I will definitely enjoy it. But yeah, I'm more just proud of how Sabin, this is probably a good Brave Plus, how much Sabin can, actually no, it's probably a swap. But if I had to guess, it's swap because it's at 50%, but that's why I'm thinking so long about this. Yeah, so I might pull Trey. I'm definitely ticketing Squall's BT, and it has nothing to do with his rework. I love FF8, and I also really love FF10. So having Squall, LD, BT, and Orin's EX on a banner, heck yeah, I'm pulling that. So I will definitely pull it. I do think that a lot of players will find that I'll just say we're going to release after the Quistis and Trey after the stream, not before, because we need to confirm what is actually coming to GL before we release our BT infographic, sort of like a BT explainer of like the era and more, just a lot more info about it, like best practices, how the usage of those weapons, all the changes that are coming up, FAQ sort of deal on like what you can expect from it. This launch is epic. Thank you, Sherlotta. Hella epic. 400,000. But yeah, and honestly, Rydia and Sherlotta really carry for the damage here. They deal just an insane amount of damage together. Arciela is just supporting them, so she's doing her job. But yeah, so BT infographic will come out after the stream. It hopefully will. We have to redo it because Dreamy had a computer problem, but we should be good. It was looking really good. Dreamy always does very nice quality graphic work. I'm so glad that he and Telyut and Vane Novus have joined, and we've been so consistent that basically becoming good friends that can do content together. It's really awesome. But outside of that, we'll do the updated Squall and Orin. They'll get the new template for infographics, which is basically designed to handle BT, LD, all the call abilities and everything. So we needed to get more space in order to do that. It's still going to be, it won't go over the resolution of your phone though, so don't worry about having to scroll or zoom or anything like that. So it'll still be phone resolution generally, easily viewable on your phone, which will be nice. And yeah, the big thing that I want to call out and just ramble about right now is the fact that thanks to Quetz from MateriaBot, you should really join our Discord because Quetz has his new bot open for beta testing. And damn, that bot is amazing. So the reason that it's amazing is that he, working with REM, has figured out a way to actually calculate the recast rate for EXs all in, which, I mean, honestly, I think it's sort of a game changer for people that actually care about it, because when you look at Rydia, right, she's got a slow EX, but the thing is she gets a recast up from her limit break, she gets a recast up at 0.3, and then that turns her into fast. Now the problem is that the recast increases are all variable, sort of, right? So Celis has the highest increase boost at 30%, but what the heck is 30% recast up? No one really knows. Well, Quetz now knows. So our new graphics will actually use the all-in charge rate, which you'll start to see that most EXs are actually fast plus, fast, or normal. And normal, which is what Aranea is, and Squex Josh actually got a lot of, like, people were upset that that it showed normal and that her EX charged so slowly. Well, that's actually what normal charges like. So anyway, check out this. This is such a good delay. That is, I think this is a delay. Yes, it's a delay. This is so good because the Imperil fell off of both enemies already. Again, that's why I didn't want to spam skills with him in this wave. So he can delay and unbreak them so that we can then re-break them again, which is awesome. I love it. But yeah, I hope people are super. I hope they like our new updated template. It isn't too different, but just different enough, I think, to make it easier for people to understand character kits, which I think is really important. But hey, Sabin Saga 40 is coming to an end, and honestly, the fact that he can't deal any brave damage, what are the odds? The character that can't do any brave damage in the wave gets to clean it up and finish it in dramatic victory. So yeah, 40 chaoses in a row. Trey is going to be super hard. I can't wait for it. I hope people have enjoyed my random banter and talking, and also my my love of Rydia and her kit. So yeah, everyone, be well, be healthy, take care.